You can go out there and tell them, I want to get out and be on probation. I don't care what you guys want to do. The disrespect that y'all are showing to the officers, I can assume what these are going to say, because y'all are all out there. It's the same group that's doing all the same thing, fighting, not following instructions, talking back, calling names. I'm going to read all of that. And let me tell you, if you have one between right now and your sentencing, I will not accept this plea agreement.
All right, guys. Today we've got a story that perfectly shows what happens when arrogance meets reality. A teenage punk behind bars thought he could boost his street cred by disrespecting the prison guards like he was in some kind of movie. He and his little wannabe crew were caught writing pages of nonsense, bragging about harassing staff, mocking the system, acting like it made them legends. But when Judge West gets her hands on that report, that smirk disappears real quick. She looks him dead in the eye and reminds him that one wrong move and that cute little plea deal can vanish, replaced with a full 20-year sentence. You can actually see the moment the realization hits, but the pride in him still won't let go. This kid really walks around thinking the rules don't apply just because he's young. Newsflash, in court, being young doesn't save you. It just means you'll have more years to regret your choices. Honestly, it's wild watching how many of these teens think disrespect is strength. Like, when did accountability become such a foreign concept? What do you guys think? Has this new generation completely lost touch with consequences? Let me know down below, but first, let's roll the clip and watch how this one goes down.
Thank you, Ms. Malfino. All right, sir, are you Camden Jackson? And Mr. Harris, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me just a second to get it done. Mr. Jackson, in cause number 20, all right, y'all marked third degree on the paperwork, but the indictment says second. I just want to make sure it's the mark correctly.
Yes, I just looked at it sideways.
Okay, so that should be second degree.
Yes, Your Honor.
If with everybody's permission, I'll make that change on the paperwork.
Yes.
Okay.
And apologies for my handwriting because it's horrible.
It's hard on the tablet. You're good. All right. So you're charged in cause number 25 DCCR 0114 with the second degree felony offense of engaging in organized criminal activity from January 10th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Harris?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 7-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, which could include me ordering you to some upfront treatment, like ISF or something like that. And it looks like that's what the state's going to be requesting. Do you understand? And that decision's up to me when we come back for sentencing. Do you also understand, excuse me, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection, Your Honor.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Jackson's not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Jackson, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you, your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing.
Man, this next guy, he's got that blank, soulless stare that just screams, I've completely checked out of reality. It's like no one's home behind those eyes. Honestly, he should get 10 years just for that haircut. It looks like a whole crime scene on its own. Judge West pauses the whole thing, decides to reset his case, because something about his behavior just doesn't sit right. And honestly, I get it. There's this eerie calm around him that doesn't read innocent. It reads off. It blows my mind how many people think being silent and emotionless somehow makes them look strong or mysterious. Nah, sometimes it just screams guilt. You can almost feel that weird tension in the courtroom, like everyone's wondering what's really going on in his head. What do you think? Is this guy truly emotionless, or does he just not care about anyone but himself? Because to me, that blank stare says everything. Let's dive back in and see how this whole situation unfolds, because something tells me this story is about to take a turn.
Real quick, jail incident reports and see if there's any on this one.
And Judge, I was, if I may, going to address that between January and the end of February. So obviously we've had quite some time that either they have not gotten to my file or the court's file. There were at least 8 pages full of write-ups. I would ask the court, Mr. Jackson committed this offense 6 days after he turned 19. It's obviously very serious. He was with the co-defendant, Mr. Bushnell, who's already entered a plea involving firearms, etc. I would ask if the court would consider your usual admonishment of, if that behavior continues pending the PSI, that I reserve the right, as does the court, to just reject this offer and possibly send him to prison.
Mr. Jackson, you're probably, I don't know if you're in the same dorm as some of the other ones that have been
Yes.
absolutely ridiculous acting up in the jail.
Yes.
So there's somebody, I think it was last week, that came in with a deal like this for a probation, and he didn't get it, and he's sitting back out at that jail. I do not have to accept this plea agreement. I'm going to read every single one of those jail incident reports. The disrespect that y'all are showing to the officers, I can assume what these are going to say, because y'all are all out there. It's the same group that's doing all the same thing, fighting, not following instructions, talking back, calling names. I'm going to read all of that. And let me tell you, if you have one between right now and your sentencing, I will not accept this plea agreement. I'm sick of it. The jail's sick of it. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make that place a better place for those people to go work who are out there just trying to do their job. Do you understand? One. We're not going to come in and say it was somebody else's fault. I only got 1 or I got 3 and that's not that bad. You can go out there and tell them, I want to get out and be on probation. I don't care what you guys want to do. I'm going to behave. If you have to sit on your bunk all day long and be quiet for the next 5 weeks, then that's what you do. Right? 5 weeks, rest of your life. What do you think? Show me you can do it, okay? All right, and go back with the bailiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Man, I still can't get over how Judge West has to sit there and talk to these 19-year-old grown adults like she's running a daycare with handcuffs. It's insane. She's literally saying, use your words, not your fists. And somehow, that still doesn't compute. At this point, stop treating them like children. You want to act like a gangster? Cool. Then enjoy doing your big boy time. Because if you're old enough to throw punches and start chaos, you're old enough to face the real consequences. What's even crazier is that this kid seems more concerned about his image than his future. Like prison is just another stage for his ego to perform on. It's wild how stupidity doesn't have a finish line. It just keeps running laps. Here's something a lot of people don't know. Judges can legally reject a plea deal if they feel the defendant doesn't actually understand or respect what's happening. And when that happens, boom, you're suddenly facing way more time than you ever imagined. So, how many chances do you give someone who clearly isn't learning? Do you think he looks like he's changed at all, or is this just another lap around the same track? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching till the end. Let's get into it.